All right, we are in lesson 3.5, part 3. I know this video has been very long. This lesson has been very long. So thank you so much for staying with me because you're going to need to know how to do this for your regents. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to probably use this codon chart on your regents. And how we use this codon chart is a little bit more complicated. It's kind of shaped like a circle, more like a pizza pie. And we're going to start off in the same exact way. So first, we're going to take this DNA strand, and then we're going to separate it into our codons, which we've done already. And we're going to find the complementary base from DNA to RNA. So let's just do that quickly. I already walked through it, how to do it twice. So that first codon, TAC, is AUG. That next codon is AAU. And the final codon is UCG. So how do we use this chart to find the amino acids? So let's take a look at the first codon for our example, AUG. We're going to start off with the very first letter, which is A. Now take a look at the pie chart. We're going to start in the center yellow for our first base. Then our second base is U. We're going to follow that U. Stay within the pie chart. Sorry, it's really bad drawing. I'm doing it on a laptop. I know it sucks. So we found the U. We're going to continue going up, and we're going to locate the G in red. We're going to stay within this pizza slice now, where the U is located. And we see the G here represents this amino acid in the green. And that amino acid is MET. So we're going to record it down as MET in our notes. Next, we're going to do the next codon, AUU. Same logic. We are going to start off with that first base, A. Find the A in the yellow center of the chart. We're going to stay in this pizza slice. Don't leave it. We're going to find our second base, which is U. Staying there. We're going to stay located in this pizza slice now. And our final letter, U, is indicating that LEE is our amino acid. We're going to record that as well. I'm going to show you one more example with a different letter. So let's start off with this first letter in this codon. So we're starting off with U. We are going to remain in this pizza slice. We're going to find our second letter of the codon, C, and we're going to follow it down. Our third letter, G, we locate it over here because we're staying in the pizza slice of C. And we see that the amino acid for this one is SER, S-E-R. And we're going to record that as well. So now we've learned how to use both codon charts. Let's talk about, what do scientists compare? So I want you to think about this pondering question. Who is more related to a human, a chimpanzee or a frog? You may guess, just based on your prior knowledge, that it's a chimpanzee. But how do we know that for certain? We know that for certain as scientists if we look at the DNA. So first thing we already did, we looked at the DNA sequence. We translated it to mRNA, and then we found the amino acid sequence for it. So we're going to start looking at the differences so that we can calculate, or we can see how related they are. So we're going to look for the differences in chimpanzee amino acids from humans, and we're going to also compare that to the frog amino acids from humans. Now, we literally, all we have to do is just count the differences. And the easiest way to do that is by just looking at the amino acids. So I already highlighted for you. The chimpanzee has one amino acid different than a human, and the frog has 3 amino acids different from humans. So when we compare amino acids across organisms, what we're really comparing is the instructions that shape life. So let's talk about how this evidence connects to molecular evidence and evolution. Proteins determines the traits like eye color, hair color, all of those things, muscle structures, enzymes. When you're more similar in DNA, you have more similar RNA. And similar RNA means that you have similar amino acids and proteins, which means that you're going to have similar traits. So, if species have very similar DNA and protein sequences, this is strong evidence that they share a common ancestor. This thing that I just went through is important information for you to memorize for your Regents. All right, we made it through lesson 3.5.